Alex had always thought that space was cold and empty. He had traveled to many planets, but nothing had prepared him for the first view of Zetheria. The planet glowed softly under two suns, and the forests shimmered with colors that no human eye had ever seen before. The trees were tall and translucent, their branches flowing like liquid light. Rivers ran with water that reflected the sky in colors of green and blue. Even from a distance, Alex felt that this world was alive in a way he could not fully understand. He landed his small shuttle near the edge of the forest. His mission was simple. The energy grid that powered the alien cities had started to fail, and humans had been invited to help repair it. Zetheria was known for its advanced technology, and humans had rarely been allowed inside their cities. This was a rare opportunity, but Alex did not expect it to be easy. The moment he stepped out of the shuttle, he felt a strange energy in the air. It was not dangerous, but it hummed softly around him, like the planet itself was watching. He adjusted his helmet and activated his translation device. He had no idea what to expect from the aliens, but he knew the language would help. As he walked into the forest, the glowing plants lit his path. Small creatures with translucent wings flew around, leaving trails of light. He smiled. The world was beautiful, and it felt peaceful. For a moment, he forgot why he had come here. Suddenly, he heard a small voice calling out, "Father!" Alex froze. He turned quickly, expecting to see some strange creature or perhaps another human. But there was nothing. He listened again. The voice came from the trees. "Father! Please come with me!" From behind a glowing bush, a young girl stepped out. She had skin that shimmered like moonlight and eyes that were bright green. Her hair flowed like liquid silver, and she wore a simple tunic that glowed softly. Her small hands reached out to Alex, and her face was full of hope and fear. Alex blinked. I think you have the wrong person. I am not your father," he said carefully. The girl shook her head. "No, you are my father. You always promised to protect me." Her voice was clear and strong, and Alex felt a strange pull in his chest. He had never seen anything like this. Humans did not live on this planet, and he had no family here. Yet her words made his heart tighten. "I think you are mistaken. My name is Alex. Who are you?" "My name is Tila," she said, her eyes wide. "Please, you have to come with me. They are coming." Before Alex could ask what she meant, glowing figures appeared among the trees. They moved silently and quickly. Aliens. They had tall, elegant bodies, their skin glowing softly like Tila's, but their eyes were sharper, and they looked at Alex with suspicion. They stopped a few meters away. Tila grabbed Alex's hand. "Father, please, we must go." Alex felt a surge of fear and curiosity. He did not know why this little girl called him father or why these aliens were here. But something inside him told him to protect her. He nodded, and together they ran deeper into the glowing forest. As they ran, Tila told him, "You are the on from the stories, the one who will help me and our people. You will protect us from the ones who want to take the city." Alex tried to keep up with her. "Stories? What stories? Who are you talking about?" Tila glanced at him with urgency. "I do not have time to explain everything. You will understand soon. Just trust me." They reached a clearing where a small stream flowed. The water shimmered with green and blue light. Tila stopped and looked around, listening. The aliens from earlier were still searching for them. Alex could see the tension in her small frame, but she stood tall, showing courage beyond her years. "Father, we must hide," she whispered. She pointed to a cluster of glowing rocks. "Behind these, they cannot see us there." Alex crouched behind the rocks with her. He watched as the aliens moved past, scanning the forest. He felt a strange mix of fear and wonder. Everything about this world was different, and this little girl seemed to know more than he could understand. When the aliens moved on, Tila looked at him. "You are brave. You stay calm. That is why I knew you were my father." Alex laughed softly, a little nervous. "I am not sure I am brave. I am just careful." Tila smiled. "Bravery is when you protect someone, even when you are afraid. You already did that by coming with me." Her words touched Alex in a way he could not explain. He had always thought of humans as weak compared to advanced alien technology, but this little girl made him feel strong. Somehow she made him feel important. He took a deep breath. "Okay, Tila, I will help you, but you have to tell me everything. Why do you call me father?" Tila looked down at her hands and then back at him. "I cannot explain fully yet. The others will not understand. But soon, you will remember things too. You have to believe me, even if it is strange." Alex nodded slowly. He did not understand, but he decided to trust her. They could not stay in the forest forever. They needed to find a safe place and maybe answers. They began moving again, carefully and quietly. The forest seemed alive, glowing brighter as night approached. Alex could feel the strange energy of the planet around him. He wondered if humans could survive here for long, but he also felt something he had never felt before: hope. As they walked, Tila suddenly stopped and pointed ahead. A large structure appeared among the trees. It was a building unlike any Alex had seen. Its walls were smooth and glowing, and light flowed from the top like a waterfall. It seemed both ancient and advanced at the same time. "This is where we will be safe for now," Tila said, "but we must be careful. My mother will not like what you are doing here." Alex looked at the building, then at the girl beside him. He had no idea what he was getting into, but one thing was certain. This was no ordinary mission. Something about this planet, about Tila, and about him, was far bigger than he could imagine. And deep inside, he felt a strange connection. A connection that made him wonder if perhaps Tila's words were more than just a mistake. He reached out and held her hand. "Then we stay together, no matter what comes next." Tila smiled brightly. "Yes, Father. Together." The forest glowed around them as they approached the mysterious building. Alex did not know what the future held, but he knew that nothing would ever be the same again. Alex followed Tila toward the glowing building. The closer they got, the more he noticed the intricate designs carved into its walls. The patterns seemed alive, moving slightly as if the building itself was breathing. He had never seen anything like it. Every line and curve seemed to hold a story, but he could not read it. Tila led him through a large doorway that opened silently before them. Inside, the building was bright and warm. Light flowed from the walls, not from bulbs or fire, but as if the structure itself was alive. The floor was smooth and soft, almost like walking on clouds. Alex took off his helmet to breathe more easily and looked around. "Where are we?" he asked. "This is my home," Tila said softly. "But we cannot stay long. My mother may find us." Alex felt a strange mix of wonder and nervousness. Tila's home was nothing like human houses. It was large, open, and glowing, but it did not feel cold. It felt safe. He glanced at Tila, who looked calm and confident despite the tension in the air. She seemed small, but there was a strength in her eyes. He knelt beside her. "Tila, I need to understand. Why do you call me father? I am not your father." Tila looked down for a moment and then back at him. "I know it is hard to believe. I cannot explain everything now, but you have been part of my life before this moment, in ways you do not remember." Alex frowned. "What do you mean? How could I be part of your life? I have never been here before." Tila hesitated, then said, Some things happen on Zetheria that humans do not understand. Time is not always straight. Memory can move in ways that are strange to your kind. You will remember soon. Alex tried to make sense of her words. The energy of the planet, the glowing forests, the way she spoke with certainty. It all felt unreal. Yet something inside him stirred, a strange feeling of familiarity. He could not explain it. Before he could ask more, the walls of the building shifted slightly. Light moved across the room, forming shapes and images. Alex stepped back in surprise as a holographic display appeared before them. It showed a city with glowing towers and streets flowing with light. Figures moved through the city, small and elegant, similar to Tila and her people. Tila pointed to one of the figures. "That is me, and that is my mother. She is Queen Arena." Alex watched carefully. Queen Arena appeared tall and regal. Her presence was commanding, and even in hologram form she seemed powerful. Tila's small figure ran beside her mother, reaching for her hand. Alex felt a tug in his chest. The bond between them was strong and real, even in light and shadow. "Why show me this?" Alex asked. Tila's green eyes met his. "So you understand. You are not here by mistake. You are part of the story that protects our people. I called you father because in that story that is your role. You will see why soon." Alex swallowed. He wanted to ask more questions, but another sound stopped him. From somewhere deeper in the building came a soft hum, almost like music. But it was not music. It was alive. The walls vibrated slightly and the light pulsed in rhythm. Tila put her hand on Alex's arm. "Do not be afraid," she whispered. "It is the memory of our world. It reacts to us when we are close." Alex nodded, trying to stay calm. He had seen strange things in his life, but nothing like this. The building, the energy, the little girl calling him father, everything was new and overwhelming. Yet he felt he had to trust her. Tila led him further into the building. They came to a small room filled with glowing orbs floating in the air. Each orb contained images of people, cities, and events from Zetheria's history. Alex felt dizzy as he tried to comprehend it. "These are the memories of my people," Tila said. "They are alive. They hold our history, our knowledge, and sometimes our future." Alex reached out to touch one of the orbs. Instantly, he felt a wave of images pass through his mind. He saw himself standing in the city, helping Tila, teaching her and defending her from danger. The memories were vivid, but he had no recollection of experiencing them. He stepped back, shaking his head. "This cannot be real. These are not my memories. I do not remember any of this." Tila held his hand again. "You will. Soon. But first, you must understand that humans have a gift here. Your mind, your courage, and your heart are different. That is why you were chosen." Alex felt a mix of fear and pride. He had always thought humans were ordinary, but Tila's words made him feel special in a way he had never felt before. He wanted to protect her. He wanted to help. Suddenly, the door at the end of the room opened. A tall figure entered, glowing softly. It was Queen Arena. Her presence filled the room, and Alex felt the weight of her gaze. "Tila," the queen said in a calm but firm voice. "Why have you brought a human into the palace?" Tila stepped forward. "Mother, he is not just a human. He is the one from the stories. He will help protect us." Queen Arena's eyes narrowed slightly. She looked at Alex, studying him as if she could see into his mind. "You claim to be a human," she said, "and yet Tila trusts you completely. Why?" Alex took a deep breath. I do not know, but I want to help. I will do whatever I can to protect her and your people." The queen's gaze softened, just a little. "Humans are unpredictable. That is true. but perhaps unpredictability is needed. She paused, then nodded slowly. Very well. You may stay for now, but understand this. Your actions will be watched closely. One mistake could cost you. Alex nodded. I understand. Tila smiled at him. See, Father? She is not angry anymore. Alex smiled back, feeling a small spark of hope. He did not know what would happen next, but he knew that staying with Tila and helping her was the right choice. The Queen had allowed him to stay, and somehow that made him feel part of something bigger. As night fell over Zetheria, the building glowed softly, and Alex felt the energy of the planet around him. He still did not understand everything, but he had a new purpose. He was here to protect Tila, and maybe somehow he was truly part of the story she had spoken of. The next morning, Alex woke to soft, glowing light streaming through the walls of the palace. Tila was already awake, sitting near one of the floating orbs. Her silver hair shimmered in the glow, and her green eyes sparkled with excitement. Good morning, Father, she said cheerfully. Today, I will show you the city. Alex smiled. Good morning, Tila. I want to see everything. I want to understand your world. Tila jumped up and grabbed his hand. Come on. You must be careful, though. There are watchers everywhere. Some are friendly, some are not. Alex nodded. He had seen Queen Irina's cautious look yesterday. He understood that even in this beautiful world, danger could exist. He followed Tila as they left the palace and walked toward the city. The city was unlike anything Alex had ever imagined. Tall towers glowed with soft light, and streets flowed like rivers of energy. People moved gracefully along pathways that seemed to float above the ground. Every building and object emitted a gentle light, and Alex felt as if he had stepped into a living painting. This is amazing, Alex said, unable to hide his awe. How do you make everything glow like this? Tila giggled. It is the energy of Zetheria. It comes from the heart of the planet. We do not use machines like humans. Everything is alive and connected. Alex looked around, noticing small details. Trees with leaves that shone like jewels lined the streets. Creatures of light moved among the people, guiding them or delivering messages. Everything seemed peaceful, but he also noticed the seriousness in the people's faces. There was a quiet tension under the beauty. Father, we must go to the Hall of Records first, Tila said. That is where I will explain more about the story and your role. The Hall of Records was a large building made of crystal-like walls. Inside, floating panels displayed images and symbols Alex could not understand. Tila led him to a circular platform in the center. This is where we keep our history, she said. Every event, every person, every choice is recorded here. And here is where I will show you the truth about why you are called Father. Alex leaned forward, curious and a little nervous. Tila touched one of the floating panels. A light rose from the surface, forming an image of Alex standing in the city, holding her small hand. She pointed to the image. This is you, Father. Long ago, before you came here in person, your mind was connected to our people. You helped guide us, protected us, and made choices that shaped our history. Alex shook his head. I do not remember this. I do not even know how this is possible. Tila nodded. It is difficult to understand. Humans and Zetherians are different. But your courage and kindness reached us before your body arrived. That is why I called you Father. You have always been part of our story, even if you did not know it. Alex felt a strange warmth in his chest. The idea that he had unknowingly protected this world made him feel important. He wanted to live up to the role Tila described. Tila continued. There is danger coming. Some beings want to take our city and our energy for themselves. That is why you must help. Your human abilities, your thinking, your creativity, they are needed to protect us. Alex took a deep breath. He had faced challenges before, but nothing like this. "I will do my best," he said. "I will help protect you and your people." Tila smiled brightly. "I knew you would say that. Come, I will show you the places where danger may appear first." They walked through the city, moving carefully among the glowing streets. Tila explained the different districts, showing Alex where energy flows were strongest and where the city was most vulnerable. Alex was amazed at how alive everything seemed. Buildings responded to movement, light shifted with emotion, and even the smallest creatures seemed to have a purpose. As they walked, Alex noticed a shadow move across the rooftops. He pointed it out to Tila. "Be careful," she said quietly. "Some of them are spies. They want to learn our secrets before they attack. Stay close to me." Alex followed closely, his eyes scanning the rooftops and streets. He realized that, even in this beautiful city, he needed to stay alert. Tila had taught him to pay attention, and he trusted her judgment completely. They reached a large plaza filled with glowing fountains. Tila paused and looked at him seriously. "Father, I need you to understand something important. Our energy is strong, but it can be dangerous if used by the wrong hands. That is why your presence here matters. You can think in ways we cannot. You can make choices that protect us all." Alex nodded. He felt the weight of responsibility, but also a sense of purpose. He had always wanted to do something meaningful, and now he had the chance. Tila held his hand and led him to a tall tower at the edge of the plaza. "This is where we study the stars and the energy flows. You will learn how to use your knowledge to help us. But first, you must understand the dangers." Inside the tower, panels of light floated around them, showing images of distant planets, energy flows, and possible threats. Tila explained how some beings from other worlds wanted Zetheria's energy. She described battles from the past and strategies the city used to protect itself. Alex listened carefully. He realized that protecting this city would not be easy. But he also realized that he had skills that could make a difference. His human creativity, his courage, and his willingness to take risks could help Zetheria survive. Tila looked at him with hope in her eyes. "Father, we are ready for the challenge, but we will need your guidance. Will you stay and help us?" Alex took a deep breath and nodded. "Yes, Tila, I will stay. I will protect you and your people." Tila smiled, her small hand squeezing his. "Thank you, Father. Together, we can make a difference. You will see. Our story is just beginning, and now, you are part of it in every way." As they looked out from the tower, the glowing city spread beneath them like a river of light. Alex felt a sense of belonging he had never known before. He did not understand everything yet, but he knew he had found a purpose. The morning sun glowed softly over the city of light. Alex stood on the balcony of the tower, looking at the flowing streets below. He could feel the energy of Zetheria humming through the air. Tila was beside him, excited and full of energy, as always. "Today is the day," Tila said. "You will learn how to protect the city and its people. It is time for your first test." Alex looked at her, unsure what to expect. "A test? What kind of test?" Tila smiled. "You will see, but first, you must understand the energy flows of the city. They are alive. They respond to strength, courage, and kindness. You must learn to move with them, not against them." Alex nodded. He had been studying the city for a day, but this was different. This was not just observation. This was action. Tila led him to a training arena. It was a large, open space, circular in shape, with glowing markings on the floor. Small creatures of light floated above, observing. The arena pulsed gently with energy, and Alex felt a strange vibration in the ground beneath his feet. "This is where you will learn," Tila explained. The first test is simple, but important. You must find the hidden energy nodes around the arena and activate them. The nodes will test your courage and focus. You must not fail. Alex looked around. He saw soft glows at the edges of the arena, moving slightly. They were the energy nodes. He took a deep breath and stepped forward. As soon as he moved, one of the nodes shot a beam of light toward him. He dodged quickly, feeling the energy brush past him. Another node glowed brightly and created a wall of light in front of him. Alex jumped over it, landing carefully on the soft, glowing floor. Tila watched him closely, offering advice. Do not rush, Father. Feel the energy. Listen to it. It will guide you. Alex concentrated. He began to notice a rhythm in the energy, a pulse that led him from one node to the next. He moved carefully, activating each node with a gentle touch. The arena seemed to respond to his presence, guiding him like a river carrying him forward. Suddenly, a shadow appeared in the corner of the arena. It was dark and flickering, moving quickly. Alex realized it was part of the test. The energy nodes alone were not enough. He had to face the shadow to complete the challenge. The shadow lunged at him, and Alex instinctively jumped aside. He remembered Tila's words about courage. He did not run. He faced the shadow, moving with the rhythm of the energy. The shadow attacked again, but each time Alex anticipated its movement and dodged. He reached the last node and activated it. A wave of light spread across the arena, banishing the shadow. Alex breathed heavily, but he felt a sense of accomplishment. He had passed the first test. Tila ran to him, her eyes shining with pride. Father, you did it. You moved with the energy perfectly. The city will be safer because of you. Alex smiled, feeling proud but also aware that this was only the beginning. It was not easy, Tila. That shadow, it felt real. Tila nodded. It is real in a way. The test shows what you will face outside the arena. Danger will come, but you have learned how to move with the city. That is the first step. Alex spent the rest of the day practicing with Tila. She taught him how to sense energy, how to move quickly, and how to use his surroundings. Each lesson made him stronger, but also more aware of the responsibility he carried. As evening came, Tila led him to a quiet garden filled with glowing flowers. The light reflected in their petals, creating a peaceful and calm atmosphere. Alex sat down on a soft, glowing bench, exhausted but happy. Tila, he said, I still do not understand everything about this place or why I am here. But I feel like I belong. Tila smiled softly. You do belong, Father. You have always been part of our story, even before you arrived. And now you are learning how to protect us. That is what matters. Alex looked at the glowing flowers, feeling a sense of peace. But deep inside, he knew the real test was not over. The city was beautiful and safe now, but danger was coming. He had to be ready for it. Later that night, while Alex slept in a small room in the palace, he dreamed of shadows moving through the streets of the city. He saw glowing towers falling, people running, and energy being stolen. He woke with a start, his heart pounding. Tila was there, gently shaking him awake. Father, you are awake. Did you have a bad dream? Alex nodded. I saw shadows attacking the city. I think it was a warning. Tila's face grew serious. The dreams are messages. They show what may come. You must be ready, Father. The real danger is closer than you think. Alex took a deep breath. I understand. I will be ready. Tila held his hand. I know you will. And remember, you are not alone. I am with you, and so are my people. Together, we will face whatever comes. The next morning, Alex felt stronger. He had passed his first test, learned to move with the energy of the city, and understood a little more about his role. But he also knew the journey ahead would be harder. Tila led him back to the training arena. Tomorrow, you will face a new challenge. It will test not only your courage but your wisdom. You must be prepared, Father. The city needs you. Alex nodded, ready for whatever came next. He had learned that Zetheria was more than a beautiful world. It was alive, full of energy and full of people who depended on him. He could not fail as he looked out over the glowing city. He felt a sense of determination. He would protect Tila, the people, and the city. He would face the shadows, the danger, and any test that came. The morning light filled the palace with soft golden beams. Alex stretched and looked out over the city of Zetheria. He had learned much since arriving, but today felt different. There was a tension in the air, a quiet whisper that something was approaching. Tila ran into his room, her green eyes shining. Father, today you will face a real challenge. Not a test this time, but something that could happen in the city. We need to protect the people, and I will help you. Alex felt his heart beat faster. He had trained and learned the ways of the city, but this was his first encounter with true danger. He nodded, determination spreading through him. I am ready, Tila. Show me what to do. Tila led him to the main plaza. The streets were alive with glowing pathways, and people moved gracefully among the towers. Suddenly, a shadow moved quickly over the plaza. Alex's eyes followed it, and he saw a figure cloaked in darkness, slipping between the buildings. Father, that is the enemy, Tila said quietly. They are spies who want to steal our energy. You must stop them before they reach the core of the city. Alex took a deep breath. He had studied the energy flows and practiced in the arena, but now it was real. The city depended on him. He focused on the glowing pathways, feeling the rhythm of the energy beneath his feet. The shadow moved faster, and Alex ran, following it. The figure darted across streets, jumped between floating platforms, and tried to vanish into the glowing buildings. Alex followed carefully, anticipating its movements using the lessons Tila had taught him. Suddenly, the shadow turned and fired a beam of dark energy toward a group of citizens. Alex reacted instantly, raising his arms and creating a shield of light with the city's energy. The beam bounced harmlessly off the shield, and the people below ran to safety. Tila appeared beside him. Good, Father. Keep moving. They will not give up easily. Alex ran after the shadow, feeling the energy flow guiding him. He reached a narrow street where the figure paused. It turned, revealing a face hidden under a hood, its eyes glowing faintly red. You are far from home. Human, the shadow said in a cold voice. This city will fall, and its energy will be ours. Alex swallowed his fear. He remembered Tila's lessons about courage and focus. Not while I am here, he said firmly. He reached for the energy around him and shaped it into a net of glowing threads. The net expanded quickly, surrounding the shadow and blocking its path. The shadow struggled, striking the net with dark energy, but Alex held firm. The city's energy responded to him, growing stronger as his determination increased. He realized that his human courage and the city's power together could stop the enemy. Tila watched closely, her small hands glowing as she added her energy to strengthen the net. We are together, Father. You can do this. With a final effort, Alex pushed the shadow back, forcing it to release the energy it had stolen. The dark figure shrieked and vanished into the shadows, leaving the city calm once more. Citizens emerged from hiding, looking at Alex and Tila with gratitude and awe. Alex fell to his knees, exhausted but relieved. Tila ran to him and held his hand. Father, you did it. You protected the city. That was your first real battle, and you were amazing, Alex smiled weakly. It was terrifying, but we did it together. I could not have done it without you. Tila shook her head. No, Father, you did it. I helped. But your courage and strength made the difference. The city is safer because of you." Later, they returned to the palace. Queen Irina was waiting for them, her expression serious but calm. "Alex, I have watched your actions today. You have proven yourself more than I expected. The city is grateful for your courage, and you have earned our trust." Alex bowed slightly. "Thank you, Queen Irina. I only did what I could to protect your people." The queen smiled softly. "That is enough. But know this, human. The shadow you faced today was only the beginning. Others will come, stronger and more determined. You must continue to grow, learn, and use the energy wisely." Alex nodded. He felt a mixture of pride and responsibility. He was beginning to understand that being called father by Tila was not just about care. It was about protection, guidance, and courage. Tila squeezed his hand. "Father, we will face whatever comes together, and I know you will succeed. You are part of our story now, and we will protect this city together." Alex felt a warmth in his chest. He had started this journey as a visitor in a strange world. Now he felt like a guardian, someone who had a purpose greater than himself. He was not afraid anymore. That night, as Alex lay in his room, he thought about the events of the day. He realized that courage was not the absence of fear, but the choice to act despite it. He also understood the importance of trust in Tila, in the city, and in himself. Outside the window, the city glowed softly, safe for now. But Alex knew the shadows would return. They would try again, and he had to be ready. He closed his eyes, feeling the energy of Zytheria flowing through him. He had passed his first real challenge. He had faced danger and protected the people. And he knew that tomorrow would bring new lessons, new threats, and new opportunities to grow. The sun rose slowly over Zytheria, painting the towers in shades of gold and green. Alex walked through the palace gardens with Tila. The air smelled of glowing flowers, and soft streams of light reflected on the flowing paths. Alex felt calm, but a question weighed on his mind. "Tila," he said, "why did the shadow attack the city? And why am I here? I feel there is something I do not understand." Tila looked at him carefully. Her eyes, usually bright and playful, were serious. "Father, there is much you do not know about my family and the city. You have proven your courage, but it is time to learn the truth. You must understand the secret that has been hidden for generations." Alex stopped walking, his heart beating faster. "A secret? What secret?" Tila led him to a quiet chamber deep within the palace. The room was filled with glowing crystals that floated gently in the air. In the center, a large crystal projected images of the past, showing the history of Zytheria. "This," Tila said, "is the memory crystal. It holds the stories of our ancestors, the challenges they faced, and the enemies they fought. It also holds the truth about my family." Alex stepped closer. He saw images of powerful rulers, strong and wise, protecting the city from darkness. Then he saw something unexpected. A human standing with Tila's mother and father, fighting side by side with them. "Who is that?" Alex asked. His voice was quiet, almost a whisper. Tila's eyes glowed softly. "That is you, father. Or, at least, someone very much like you from long ago. Our family has a bond with humans, stronger than most people know. The shadow you faced is part of an old enemy, one that has returned to threaten us again. My parents hoped that one day, the right human would come to help protect Zytheria." Alex felt a strange mixture of surprise and pride. "You mean I was meant to be here?" Tila nodded. "Yes. You are not just a visitor. You are part of our story, part of our family's protection. That is why I call you father. You have a role to play that goes beyond what you can see now." Alex looked at the images of Tila's parents. They were powerful, kind, and wise. He realized that the strength he had felt in the city and in Tila was connected to them. "I will do my best," he said firmly. "I will protect Zetheria and your family." Tila smiled, relieved. "I know you will, Father, but you must understand that courage alone is not enough. You must also learn wisdom, patience, and how to see the truth behind every shadow. The enemy you faced is only the first. There are others, more dangerous, who plan to take the city's energy for themselves." Alex took a deep breath. He felt the weight of responsibility, but also a sense of purpose. "Tell me everything," he said. "I want to know what I am facing." Tila nodded and began to explain. "Long ago, an enemy from another world tried to take our city's energy. My parents fought them and won, but the enemy swore to return. They hid in the darkness, waiting for the right moment. That moment has come now. They are growing stronger, and they have sent shadows to test the city. You faced one of these shadows, but the main threat is still out there." Alex listened carefully. He realized that his training and the first battle were only preparation. The real challenge was coming, and it would require everything he had learned. Tila continued. "There is also a hidden artifact, a crystal of power, that can help protect the city. My parents hid it long ago, but only someone with courage, wisdom, and a pure heart can find it. You must be ready to search for it when the time comes." Alex nodded. He felt a sense of determination. He was ready to face the challenge, find the crystal, and protect the city. "I will not fail," he said. "I will do whatever it takes to keep Zetheria safe." Tila smiled. "I know you will, Father. And remember, you are not alone. I am with you, and so are my people. Together, we will face whatever comes." After learning the secrets, Alex spent the rest of the day practicing with Tila and the palace guards. They ran through exercises to improve agility, strength, and focus. Alex felt stronger, not just in body, but in mind. He began to understand how to sense danger, read the energy of the city, and move with it. That evening, Alex and Tila walked through the glowing streets. The city was peaceful, but Alex knew it was only a temporary calm. He could feel shadows moving in the distance, hidden but watching. "Tila," he said, "how will we know when the enemy returns? Will we have time to prepare?" Tila looked at the sky where the stars reflected on the city's towers. "We will feel it. The energy of Zetheria reacts to danger. You will know when the enemy is near. And by then, you must be ready to act. The crystal of power will guide us, but finding it will not be easy." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility. He realized that being called father was more than a title. It meant he was a protector, a guide, and a part of a legacy that stretched across generations. As night fell, Alex returned to his room. He looked at the glowing city, feeling both nervous and determined. He had learned the secrets of Tila's family and understood the true threat to Zetheria. The enemy was stronger than he imagined, but he also knew that courage, wisdom, and unity could overcome even the darkest forces. He closed his eyes, thinking of the battles to come. The shadows would return, stronger and more dangerous, but he would be ready. He would find the crystal, protect the city, and stand by Tila's side. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new discoveries, and new lessons. Alex felt a quiet confidence in himself. He was no longer just a human in a strange world. He was part of Zetheria, part of its story, and ready to face whatever darkness threatened it. The city glowed softly under the moonlight, safe for now. But Alex knew the real test was coming, and he was ready to meet it, with courage in his heart and the wisdom he had learned guiding him forward. The morning sun rose over Zetheria, painting the city with soft gold and green light. Alex stood on the palace balcony, feeling the energy of the city flowing around him. Today was the day. He and Tila would face the main enemy and find the hidden crystal that could protect Cytheria from darkness. Tila appeared beside him, her green eyes shining. "Father, are you ready? The energy tells me the enemy is near. We must act quickly." Alex nodded, feeling a mix of nervousness and determination. "I am ready, Tila. We have trained, we have learned, and we have courage. Together we can do this." They moved through the palace corridors, past glowing crystals and flowing lights, until they reached a hidden door that led to the underground tunnels. The tunnels were filled with shadows and whispers of old magic. Alex felt a chill, but he focused on the energy of the city guiding him forward. "This way," Tila said, leading him down the twisting paths. "The crystal is hidden in the heart of the underground chamber. My parents placed it there, protected by traps and illusions. Only someone pure of heart can reach it." Alex followed closely, feeling the rhythm of the city beneath his feet. They entered a wide chamber filled with floating platforms and streams of glowing energy. At the center, a pedestal held a crystal that shimmered with bright colors. Before they could move closer, a dark figure appeared. The enemy had come, stronger than the shadow they had faced before. Its eyes glowed red, and dark energy swirled around it. "You dare enter my domain, human?" the enemy said. "This crystal will be mine, and your city will fall." Alex took a deep breath. He remembered Tila's words about courage, wisdom, and focus. "Not while we are here," he said firmly. He reached out with the city's energy, feeling it flow into him and around him like a protective shield. Tila joined him, adding her own energy to strengthen their defense. "We will not let you take the crystal," she said, determination in her voice. "Father, together we can stop him." The enemy attacked, firing bolts of dark energy that crashed against Alex and Tila's shields. Alex moved quickly, using the floating platforms to dodge and guide Tila safely. They worked together, their movements in perfect harmony, blocking the attacks and responding with bursts of light energy. Alex realized that the enemy's power came from fear and doubt. If he stayed calm and focused, the dark energy would weaken. He closed his eyes for a moment, feeling the city's energy around him, and drew strength from it. Opening his eyes, he moved forward, creating a net of light energy that trapped the enemy. The dark figure struggled, but Alex's net grew stronger, fueled by his courage and the bond with Tila. "You cannot stop me!" the enemy shouted, but his voice trembled as the energy net tightened. Tila stepped forward, placing her hands on the pedestal. "Now, Father," she said. Together, they focused their energy on the crystal. A bright light erupted, filling the chamber with warmth and power. The dark enemy screamed as the light surrounded him, pushing him back into the shadows from which he came. Alex and Tila stood side by side, breathing heavily but victorious. The crystal glowed softly, safe in its place. The chamber felt calm, filled with the gentle hum of energy. "You did it, Father," Tila said, smiling. "We found the crystal and protected the city. You were amazing." Alex smiled back, feeling a deep sense of pride and relief. "We did it together, Tila. I could not have done it without you." They returned to the palace, carrying the crystal carefully. Queen Irina met them at the entrance, her expression proud and calm. "Alex, Tila, you have done more than I imagined. You have protected Cytheria and proven that courage, wisdom, and unity can overcome even the greatest darkness." Alex bowed slightly. "Thank you, Queen Irina. We only did what we could to keep the city safe." The queen smiled. "That is enough. But remember, the crystal must be protected, and you must continue to learn and grow. The city's energy is powerful, and its protection depends on those who are brave enough to guard it." Alex nodded, felt the weight of responsibility but also a sense of purpose. He understood now why Tila called him father. It was not just about care or affection. It was about protection, guidance, and standing strong against danger. Tila squeezed his hand. "Father, we have passed our first great challenge, but our journey is only beginning. Together we will face whatever comes, and we will protect our city." Alex looked out over Zetheria, glowing softly under the setting sun. The streets were safe, the citizens moved freely, and the towers reflected the light of the crystal. He felt a sense of peace, but also readiness. The shadows might return someday, but he would be ready. He turned to Tila and smiled. "We will face anything together. I am proud to be part of your family and proud to protect this city." Tila's eyes shone with happiness. "And I am proud to have you, Father. You are part of our story now, and together we will ensure that the city remains safe and strong." That night, Alex stood on the palace balcony, looking at the glowing city below. He thought about the journey he had taken, from a visitor in a strange world to a protector, a father, and a guardian of Zetheria. He felt the energy of the city flowing through him, guiding him and giving him strength. He knew that challenges would come again, but he also knew that courage, unity, and trust could overcome any darkness. The hidden crystal was safe, the city was protected, and he had found his place in this world. Alex closed his eyes, feeling the warmth of the city's energy around him. He had learned the power of courage, the importance of wisdom, and the strength that comes from unity. He was ready for whatever the future held. Zetheria glowed softly under the moonlight, safe and bright. And Alex, standing beside Tila, felt ready to face any shadow, any challenge, and any danger. Together, they would protect the city and continue the story that had only just begun. The first great adventure was over, but a new journey awaited, full of light, hope, and the promise of courage in the face of darkness.